Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're here back in Pixel Play Roblox. Now in the last video we swept through the Ancient Sands and got this Onyx armor, but I feel like if I tried to get Ancient Sands I would get curb stomped. So I want to spend this video just grinding up because I do have a video planned on Sunday with a guy called Nexus 0924 I think. I'll have to link his channel in the description because he's pretty good at this game. He commented on one of my videos. I think I've literally the one before this in the series. So yeah, that's definitely going to be fun, and it's not actually that far away, which means I need to actually get good, because I don't want to let him carry. Also, why are these guys not dying? Huh. What's happened to you then? Oh, never mind, they're dead. Yeah, so I also, over the weekend, checked out the Discord server, which Nexus kindly revealed to me. And there are a few ideas that I'd love to talk about because I recommended classes like I did in the last episode. But there were some things that were wrong with it, and they were pretty valid opinions, obviously, because I doubt any of the people who play this game are going to be that blind and ignorant to the balancing of the game, because I'm real. The Pixel Blade players are pretty good, they are actually very good. So yeah, it's going to be more of a street level video today. But, you know, every good series has their ups and downs, don't they? I'm sure they do. But yeah, it's going to be more of a chill out episode. I think in the next episode we are planning on going through the Ancient Sands on Heroic, or even maybe Nightmare if we get that far. But I do doubt it, because even though I trust that Nexus is good at this game, it's still going to be quite difficult. Anyway, about the classes in Pixel Blade, someone summed it up quite nicely, which I never actually did consider, but it was definitely a good comparison. They called it a what you are, what you wear type of game, which honestly I could not have said it better myself. It perfectly sums up what the game is. Shout out to whoever said that. I don't actually recall because I've had a bit of an issue with my Discord account. But what he said was, having actual classes is really what kind of game it is, because it's a, like you said, you are what you are type of game. But he also said it's like a dungeon quest type game. And if anyone who's watching recalls how Dungeon Quest was like, there weren't any, ranged weapons, there weren't any bows, there weren't any arrows, there weren't even any potions as well, like we have here in Pixel Blade, which we are very honoured to have. But yeah, it would ruin the balancing, which I did mention in the video where I brought it up. But, it was just further emphasised. And something they did bring up was maybe having these other actual weapons in the game, where it had already been brought up. But it was definitely a good shout, because having bows and arrows and wands and spells and stuff could fit into the type of game this is, because as you can see with the archers, because they've already got like the mechanics in the game where you can shoot stuff, not where you can shoot stuff, but where stuff can be shot from the mages in the World 2 and 3 and from the archers in the World 1. It's not like it's a completely alienated topic that can't happen, because even the second boss in this world, he does that as well. He shoots stuff, and they model it quite well. So it's not like they don't have the decals and they don't have the mechanic in the game already, because they do. And I think it would definitely be very cool to see. And also, something else I did find in that Discord server was actually using different parts of your armor at the same time. Like, for example, you can have in this game right now, the Onyx armor is a set piece of armor which you have to wear all the time if you want the best type of armor. For example, if your Onyx armor is the best type of armor, you have to wear it to have the best stats. If not, then you're kind of screwed. But what this person suggested was like having different pieces. So if you like the only Onyx helmet, but you like maybe the golden chest plate, you could have both of them, which I think that was a good idea. But as a fundamentally stat wise, I think it would be pretty bad. Maybe it's cosmetic, because I'm gonna be real, I did like the golden armor better than the Oni armor, because I'm just not into that kind of genre of would you call it a genre kind of type? There we go. It's a bit more of a better word. Like those types of armor. I don't really like these kind of like dark armor, but I think when I think of a warrior, I think of knightly armor, and I think of silver, and I think of metal, I think of titanium, I think of like those like iron armor, basically chainmail. Because I think I would have liked using chainmail, but I skipped from no armor to iron armor at the beginning of the series, like literally in the first 2 minutes of the episode, the first episode, which was pretty disappointing. So I think I would like to have where you could have different types of armor on as cosmetic, but have the stats of the best armor you have. So yeah, that was definitely a good shout. I can't really recall anything else I got from that server, so I will report back. But I feel like this Onyx armor is definitely putting work, because I've got 824 health, which is actually bewildering on mine. But yeah, I definitely would like to be wearing chainmail, because that's just what I think of when I think of a warrior. Because this game, alright, calls you a warrior all the time, and yeah, I think it would definitely just fit fine, which is what this game is about, isn't it? In the next world, since it's coming soon and they're looking for support, maybe something that you could have is like a mage. You're trying to get to a mage's tower for help or something, I don't know. So what I think of the story right now, I think it's pretty much about just in the third world trying to get to the end and take down the force of evil that has been grabbed by the Nightmare, whatever the guy is, whatever that hand who grabbed the first guy did. And that guy was communicating and, you know, brought to the second phase and all in the last episode. What I think could happen is maybe you'd get a mage that has been taken over by that same darkness right at the end of the game, and it could be like trying to get up to the tower, and maybe the first two bosses could be, for example, instead of like we got the normal guy, which is the lumberjack in this world, we could have, and maybe instead of a lumberjack we could have Robin Hood or something, or Robin Hood, where he has a bow and arrow, and maybe you like fire cannons that are dotted around the map. Like you see those mortar. Let me show you real quick. Let's get rid of you. And wait, never mind. Okay, so you see like these mortar cannons. I think maybe you can make them a little bigger, and maybe you could shoot the archer to actually get health down, instead of it having to come down and you just whack it, which I think would definitely be good. And you could like light it with like pressing E or something, or maybe holding E. And you know, it would be a nice change of pace for the new world. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. For the second boss, it's not necessarily like a human, but it's not necessarily the one that's possessed either. I think maybe you could have, I don't know, not a goblin, maybe a ghost, maybe the embodiment of, or a slave of death, where it's kind of like in a graveyard. Like, you see how it's like dark here, misty? Instead of having like goblins, you could have like skeletons that have been brought back to life by like spirits inside of them and stuff. But I think well, on paper it kind of seems good, but then again it's more of a what the developer want. But I think maybe instead of these kind of goblins, you can have like skeletons, and everything would just be skeletons pretty much. And it'd be like skeleton giants, not skeleton zombies, because skeletons are basically dead people, and so are these zombies. But maybe instead of goblins, you can have skeletons, like man or mortar skeletons, or you can have, you know what I mean? Like it'd be an undead kind of vibe for the second part. And then for the last part, you could have the mage, where you're trying to go up to the tower, and it's kind of casting loads of spells and sending thunder and fire and water and earth and weather and holy elements like thunder. You could have that as well. And it'd be like stormy, like what the mage controls isn't actually what the thunder is, because it doesn't control the thunder, it only controls is the elements that it hits you with. I think that could be pretty cool. I might have to formulate my ideas a little better. So you know, I'm just spitballing here. So let's just line it up properly. The first boss could be an archer, where it's on a ledge, and you shoot it with like mortar. You know how the mortar goblins have cannons? You could shoot him with that by collecting, like, I don't know, by killing the mobs and getting ammo for the cannon, like fragments of cannonballs or something. And then the second boss could be like a death kind of vibe, or maybe that could be a whole new world, where it kind of be like death being at that epicenter, and death being the final boss you fight, like the goblin, the final boss, like a giant goblin is the boss you fight. And then the last one could be a maze, where you're going up a tower and you have to dodge all these elements while trying to, I don't know, charge up some sort of like blaster that kills it, and then the darkness guy just comes out of the sky with his hand, like in the thumbnail of my last video, where he's like, "You have done bad, now you must perish," and he just takes his soul and the guy's dead. I don't think a second phase would be that cool, would be like too original to be honest, because I don't think having that would be great, but you know, we'll see how it goes. One thing I was just thinking, while looking at the XP you get from each game, I think something that would probably do well is like, not potions, but maybe herbs. And what I mean by herbs is like basically just the Pixel Blade version of boosters, where you could get XP boosters, you could get cash boosters, you could get luck increases, but they'd be herbs instead of like the generic, "Oh yeah, just buy this you can get a boost," which would be kind of eh, but you know, maybe herbs where you can consume them before the match, and for that game, even if you die before the game, or if you, I don't know, get to the end, beat all the bosses, and you don't take a hit damage, you could get a boost on your XP and your cash and stuff, and you'd have to activate it before the game, so you can't just activate it while you're in the game or right as you're about to beat it. It has to be before the game, so you can't just abuse it and, you know, do whatever. But I think that would definitely be a good idea. Not because it's like something gameplay wise, I think it would just be kind of creative, and these RPG type games are things I actually quite like thinking of ideas about. I think I'll definitely have to put some of these in the ideas chat in the server. But yeah, just an idea I had, because I think I would definitely buy some boosters, because this XP grind is kind of slow, I can't lie. But then again, if other people have got to this stage without boosters, then who am I to after that? But still, I think I would definitely buy boosters, and I think that would be a creative way to market them, like buy these herbs, and maybe that place where it says coming soon, you could sell them there. Well, obviously you could have like a Roblox shop where you'd have it as the interface, but you know, also having something there for boosters would be quite nice, because this XP grind is painstakingly slow, and you go up half level every game, which I think is part of the grind, but it's terrible, to be honest. I'm severely, I'm bored. Right, I'm not bored of this game. It's a great game, and I think it'd be pretty hard to get bored of it. It's just maybe the grind takes ages from time to time, and I don't have the best patience. I think it's probably just a me problem instead of a we kind of need boosts problem. But I think boosts would still definitely be cool, and they would definitely be something people would buy. I think I'm just a bit bored of it, and I'm not expecting to be taken seriously. But you know, there are ideas that I've had while playing, because I have a lot of time to think while playing this game. Okay, so I think I've got the combo down with this guy. So what happens is, I'll show you in a minute actually. Let me just wait for a bit. So watch this. So I think he's about to do it now. Yeah, so he lobs his sword, doesn't connect, because obviously you're just so good. And he whacks once, he whacks twice. He has a pretty wide hitbox, or you have a pretty wide hitbox anyway, as a character. So after that, you can go in and hit him and then dash out. But you see, look, he lobbed his sword, and then he does whack 1, and then whack 2. Then that will give you an opportunity to come in, do your damage, and then go. But look, then he does that occasionally, which is kind of random, I've noticed. But his most notable combo is the throwing the sword, hitting once, hitting twice, and then him not attacking. Because he doesn't do the normal like how we do like this. He doesn't do that. He kind of just does it twice, and then that's the game for him. Which is just something I've noticed in my time playing this. So look, 1, 2, and now he won't attack. I can get my damage in. And maybe instead of investing in HP like I have, because lifesteal, it helps a lot during the early game. But maybe if you're in a squad, maybe one of you investing in damage would definitely be great, so you could abuse that, but then you could have 2 other teammates that could keep you alive as you try regenerating your potions. I think that would definitely be a good comp idea. And these little things, they obviously help with gaining HP with the lifesteal, which is something I love to abuse. Anyway, yeah, that's something I just noticed about his combos. Anyway, that will have to be the end of today's video. Last time I checked, I think we were on 49 subscribers, which it kind of irritated me, but obviously you can't just beg for things and get them, so I'm extremely grateful for anyone subscribing at all. If by the time this video comes out I have 50 subscribers, then thank you for 50 subscribers. I did not expect to get this far at all. It's just supposed to be a summer project. So yeah, consider subscribing, that would be great. Consider liking, because it's free and it doesn't really affect anything, because you don't get stupid notifications about, oh, he's posted this video, he's posted that video. Only subscribe, you kind of get those stupid notifications. But I don't know. Same having to stupid, right? Come on, you have to agree with me here. Comment down below any other games you play on Roblox that maybe I could check out. If you already play the games that I play, then that's completely fine. Comment down below and I don't know, share a joke or something. Get creative. Anyway, if there is not much else to say, then I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay in good health and goodbye.